Welcome to The Hospital. This is a short first-person narrative-driven horror game that resides around a hospital, but also as well at the time of recording this, the current pandemic that is going on. So just keep that in mind, as well as physical illness and mental health issues. So keep all of that in mind when watching through this video. Shall we begin? I always like to keep things halfway between light and dark, a good balance of both. Okay, so we're currently at a hospital. Yikes. When the virus got me, I was hoping I would be among the majority who would get only mild symptoms and recover quickly, but my condition grew worse day by day. I checked into this hospital last week, barely able to breathe. I paid a lot to get a private room, and I was lucky they managed to find one. There are no vacant rooms in hospitals across the country as the pandemic wreaks havoc. It's a pandemonium out there. So many sick, so many dying. I feel like I've become a number, a statistic. That's very important because at times the government can only see you as a number rather than an actual person, a breathing, living, individual person. I think I'm growing sicker. I feel faint and weak all of the time. Yesterday at night, they had to increase my oxygen intake. I heard them talking about having to put me under the incubate me if my condition deteriorated further. What if I don't make it? It would be a horrible way to go, dying alone in this room. I was never a believer in God or in heaven or in any of those fairy tales. What do you mean by that? I wonder what happens to a person after they die. I never really stopped to think about it until now. I guess I was too busy living life and chasing shadows to think about death. Chasing shadows as in your dreams, my individual? I'm feeling weak. So weak. I think I'll sleep now. Can barely breathe. Ouch. Like, this is really powerful in a way. Like, for me, it's coming up to be years since I lost my grandfather to this, and it's just so horrific of what a person has to go through in a day-to-day activity. Okay, I'm up and about. How am I up on my feet? I can't remember getting out of bed. Can't walk around using the W, look with your mouse, observe your surroundings by clicking on objects in the world. Thank you very much for that. That's something that games don't have. Well, not all games have these days. It's just a simple tutorial on how to navigate throughout the game. The game saves automatically. Do not need to save the game to resume where you left off. Thank you. Chairs for visitors. Except being in quarantine, I had no visitors. How are we up? Clock! The clock doesn't seem to be working. Almost as if time has come to a stop, a standstill, where the sickness that we have does not affect us at this point in time, because time is at a constant stop. It's silent. I remember the doctors and nurses hooking me up to this thing. It's infernal beeping, the hiss of pumping oxygen. It's one of those terrifying things in a hospital, all the machines whose purpose you don't know. Indeed, the true purpose behind everything is a complete unknown. But we always give some meaning into life, don't you now? The bathroom door appears to be locked. Well, great, isn't that just fantastic? I may need to do one right now, but yet you're saying I cannot go there. Oh, hi there. There's somebody walking over there. That person out there. Maybe a doctor. I need to find out how I'm up. Yeah, is this like an experimental drug used on some patients where it puts them into like a dream state reality? Where is everybody? When I checked in here, these corridors were abuzz with activity all day and night, filled with nurses and doctors and patients. It's dead silent now. Unnerving. It sure is. Door locked. Strange, there are no signs. I could swear there were signs beside these doors. Cardiology, how you want to pronounce that? Radiology, etc. Why are the windows opaque? I can't see a thing through them now. It's almost like this is a game. Yeah, it's indescribable of losing somebody, let alone losing somebody to this infernal virus that has just plagued the world ever since March 2020, really. Like, that was when, like, countries first went into lockdown and stuff like that. Locked? That's odd. There are no room numbers on the door. I'm pretty sure I'd seen room numbers when I checked in. Like here in the UK, we were pretty late to go into lockdown in comparison to other countries. And on a hypothetical, if the UK managed to go into a lockdown like a week earlier, maybe I would still have my grandfather around. But that's hypothetical thinking, and we can't think like that. We cannot think of what ifs, because that is just an unhealthy way of thinking. It's a wishful way of thinking. I understand why people do that, but it's just not going to be the case. No, look, did these doors open out to a lobby with elevators? That would have been my way out. Except it looks like I can't leave this way. I should probably find another way out. And, yep, somebody is walking there. Thought so. That is just surprising. A big old surprise. Somebody is going that way. Can I ask you your name? Your telephone number? Your contact details? Your security pin? Everything? I just stepped out of there, but it's sealed. That's odd. I don't remember seeing any locking mechanism. It's almost like this is a video game. Okay, I'll stop on that logic now. This door's now slightly ajar. Let us go into it then. And not much else has changed. Okay, not that door. What about this door? This game was highly rated on Itch.io at the point of time of this recording. The game is leading me somewheres. All these doors. Are these patient wards? Why are they deserted? There's got to be someone. A nurse or a doctor who can help me and tell me what's going on. Maybe not one of those, but there might be another thing lurking about in this hospital. Oh, hi, knocking. How you doing? What? So on the other side of this door? Yeah, there's certain types of jump scares which I'm just completely not oblivious to, but I'm just numbed out by them because of years of witnessing them. This room looks just like the one I was in, except but it's a mess, yeah? I was about to say, things are everywhere here. I wonder if that was the girl that kept going about. How awful, there's some kind of stain. I guess the bed wasn't cleaned after the last patient departed, yeah. Oh, hi. There's a silhouette on the TV there. Spoopy. That figure keeps following me about. The sound came from me from out there, yep. Yep, that's locked. And somebody did that. Okay, let's move on. I saw something on that TV. A figure silhouetted against noise. It reminded me of... No, it can't be. I must be imagining things. Maybe that's what this whole thing is. Some lucid dream I'm having while still lying in bed in some kind of coma. That is also a possibility. This door... Okay, that door's not crooked over there. This appears again if you go into the room again, which shouldn't be the case. It should only appear once and that's it. Like, you don't need to keep residing on the same thing over and over again. Let's see, go through this door. Now it's empty. Oh no, I'm not a fan of the emptiness. Hey there. It could be a relative to the protagonist of this game. Somebody very close and important to them, but it just seems to be the case of guiding us around the hospital. That's locked. Many of these things are locked. My hopes and... Hi? It's locked. Who shut the door? The body in there. A corpse. Is this a dream? It's growing increasingly disturbing. Yeah, like it wasn't disturbing to begin with, for goodness sakes. Random noises are becoming quite ominous now. Is someone toying with me? Am I being led? That's what you are, that figure I saw. It keeps leading you around. Oh, hi there. It can't be her. This is a dream. A nightmare, rather, in which I'm trapped. How could it be her? Oh. Damn. Don't toy with the lights. That is no fun, toying with lights. I love to be able to see, and that keeps flickering. Would you mind being more solid, dear light? I would like to be on my merry way. Oh, well, this is vastly different. What? How? How did I get here? I recognize this place. The furniture, and the way they're arranged. This looks like the apartment where we used to live, except everything looks abandoned and gone to rot. There's something on the table there. Okay, I can't even see... Well, hi there. Hope you're having a lovely day, silhouette. It can't be. It can't be her. I can't see her face, but I know her anyway. How is this possible? She's been dead for 4 years. Nia, is that you? This isn't real. I'm dreaming. Okay, so if it's a first name basis, then it must be like an other half or something like that. Nia, is this real? Is that you? Is that you, Nia? That familiar silence. This cannot be happening. This is a monstrous dream. It's almost like if it's a nightmare or something. Memories of those horrific events of 4 years ago are coming back, but doubting the guilt that have haunted me since. Could I have saved her life? Have I done things differently? And at what cost? I couldn't have saved you, Nia. I don't know what I could have done. Only cold silence. What does she want? Oh, hi there. Thank you for being here today. Do the choices matter, Nia? Did that really happen? Am I going crazy? Or is some fever dream seeded by my past while my body lies wasting away in a coma on the hospital bed? No, don't think like that. It's not what you think it is. Oh, there's a piece of a puzzle there. Nia, I remember this picture. We're taking it by the beach just after yet another bitter fight. She was just 24, but by then she had already begun to show increasingly frightening signs of the mental illness that would later consume her. I bottled up to suicide and of how she went. Erratic, violent shifts in temperament, brooding silences, fixed stares, an obsession with my whereabouts. Self-harm. I tried to get her to get help. She refused. When it was clear she was becoming a danger to both of us, I ended our relationship. Yikes. And then it got worse. A lot worse. The phone calls, the stalking, the threats. And finally, I woke up one night to find her standing over my bed, staring at me, her dark eyes empty and unreadable, her mouth stretched in a chilling grin. And when I saw that what she was holding in her hand, it was a knife, wasn't it? It was definitely, without a question or shadow of doubt, a knife or a gun. Sofa, this furniture, the couch, the tables, all props from a past I'd much rather forget. If this is a dream, how does it feel so real? That's the thing with lucid dreams, is that things can feel real, even though you know that this is not reality. But it feels like reality. None of this makes sense. This apartment, it was where she and I lived together before it all went to hell. Before it all went to crippling ruins. Furniture from the forgotten past. How is this happening? Thinking that too. Please no. Photo. Is that literally it? Is there anything else within this decrepit place that is totally within my mind? Let's go through this concrete door. And more of them. Oh, this is now the hospital, but decrepit. Where's this place? Or it could be an asylum. I always find horror scenarios in hospitals, asylums and stuff like that to be some of the most terrifying places for a horror scenario. Because I always think of hospitals as like a place for healing and seeing somebody recover from an operation or recover from an illness or something like that. I always see the recovery stage and not the potential corpse stage of what people may become. Abandon this corridor. The stench here is terrible. I should move on. Yep. Stenches are indescribable. More doors which are locked. What about this one here? Doesn't budge. Okay, so we turn around. Well, the roof has seen... Well, not the roof, but the ceiling has seen better days here. Oh! Well then, you had to move, didn't you? She is doing this. I don't know how. She is toying with me. Toying with my mind. I must find a way out of this nightmare. Please do. This nightmare is slowly removing my sanity away from me, and it will now budge because I have seen my body again. Hi. No voices and stuff like that. It's like the hospital itself is slowly becoming less and less. It's like my mind is slowly giving way to nightmares and stuff like that. Nice sound effect there. No, please do not. Who's giggling over in the corner? I don't much appreciate it, thank you very much. Open doors and be on our way again. Oh. Always look around you. Number one rule in horror games, look behind you. No, that's not actually a rule. And you shouldn't actually do that. That's when you know the creepy crawlies will be coming to you and nibbling on your giblets. Don't tell me what the giblets are, by the way. Hi again, yeah. On that night 4 years ago, when I woke up to find her standing over me, she was holding a knife. Yeah, I assumed it was a knife. As I watched, she raised it and held it to her own throat. She said, "I don't want to live without you." Before she could hurt herself, I leaped to her, grappled the blade away, and subdued her until the authorities arrived. They put her away in an institute, a mental hospital, an asylum, and a week later, I got that terrible call. Oh, no, not that call. The call which we do not want to say, but it's important. We don't want to hear it, but it is important. I'm not going to go in there just yet. Is this door openable? Is there anything on the far horizon? Okay, we can't go in there. There was just infinite darkness there. Let's go in. Oh my. Yep, that is what happened then. Yeah. Oh God. Why did you do it? Why did you have to go like this? They told me what you'd written on the note you left. Your last words. Don't laugh in my ear. What do you want from me, Nia? I did what I could. Why are you tormenting me? I left our relationship because it would prevent me from going even more insane from what I was, bearing witness to that. Oh hi, again. Like, some people's way of escaping mental torment is just by trying to escape from it. But no matter how far away you escape from mental torment, it carries on with you. It's like a possessive plague. What do you want from me? I think of that note you left. The last words you ever wrote. What were those last words? You're coming closer to me. Thank you. You wrote, "I'm never going to let you go." I know those words were meant for me. Is this what this is about? That if I'd done things differently, perhaps been more compassionate, you might still be alive? And you're gonna get closer, aren't you? Yeah, hi there. Usually that should faze somebody when something undead is just running towards you. Nah, not me. I'm made of sterner stuff than that. And we're back in the hospital, it would seem. I'm back in my own room? How did I get here? Nia again. Is this going to be a repeat of what has happened already? Right, the chairs are not interactable anymore. It's still not working. Time seems to have not progressed at all since I got on my feet. First got on my feet. But the important word there is first got on my feet. Well, words actually. But first is definitely important. Because it's like you've already done it before. Do I dare go out there? What would I find? A bustling hospital? Smiling faces telling me I'm better and I can go home? Or shadowy halls haunted by my past? Am I in a coma, trapped in a body that is wasting away while I suffer a fever dream born of guilt? Or am I dead, and this is my afterlife, these dread halls, and a tormented soul stalking me for all eternity? The end. Oh no. That was it, wasn't it? The end of the hospital. Is it sure? Oh. What now? Oh, it's just ghosts. I thought more noises would have come into play and stuff like that. Okay, folks, that has been the hospital. A short, quite well put together horror game right there. Like, the different things that are mentioned in this game are quite surreal in a way, especially to people who have been directly impacted by the pandemic of the time of this recording, of the date in which this video has gone up. Like, it's just such a world-changing thing, and it's something that we as people had to adapt so much to be able to accommodate, just to go from socializing to not socializing and stuff like that. On the date of recording and uploading this video, it would be 2 days away from my grandfather passing away from COVID. Like, March the 20th was when got the horrific call when my mum did, and then she passed around the news when trying to sleep to say that my grandfather passed away from COVID. It's important to be able to face up to reality when it's presented to you, because there's no point trying to bury your head in the sand and pretend it's not a thing, pretending that it doesn't happen. That's not a healthy way of living. And when trauma and bad stuff happens on a day-to-day basis, we need to confront it and show it that we cannot be crippled by events that happen throughout the world. It's easier said than done, but we've got to keep persevering, and this isn't going to last forever. This pandemic, this world crisis isn't going to happen. It's not going to be around forever. But we are living in history right now. We're living through, in the future, will be considered a historical event. What shook the world in its foundations and forced society to adapt in a way so that less people are dying out there from it. So thank you all so much for watching, folks. Hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I've had looking through the hospital. And we shall see each other in the next video. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.